Hey, my YouTube channel. I'm Brittany, and you're on my channel, Romeo Roadmap. We're a solution oriented channel. I have been pet named the cutest virtual wing woman, which is essentially what I am to you guys. Your virtual wing woman. We're not a male bashing or woman bashing channel. No, we're solution oriented, and we like to give each other ideas and insight about, navigating these dating waters. And I like to give men insight on the best way to approach women. And these are men that still actually like women, okay? None of these red pill woman hating, he-man, woman hater, whatever kind of group. None of those. But the guys who actually want to meet a nice girl, want to meet a potential wife. And so we want to help with those. We want to actually see love and happen, okay? And one of the things that I saw most when you guys were commenting on my last video was you guys were saying the guy that I posted is probably attractive. And it made me think about what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, which is handsome man privilege. But I almost want to say pretty boy privilege. Can we just say that? I'm going to say pretty boy privilege. Does pretty boy privilege actually exist? Is that a thing? Does pretty boy privilege act in the same way that it acts for men? Because, in an era where so many women are calling men sassy, can they still benefit from pretty boy privilege? Okay. In an era where women want you to still have emotional availability, they want you to have the resources, they want you to have so many other things beyond a nice package, good sex, and good looks. Can men still benefit from pretty boy privilege? Well, according to you guys, they can. And that's why you guys say that the guy in the video that I shot, and if you haven't seen it, it was one of my last ones. You said that's why some of the women were actually receptive to him approaching. I push back on that and say I think a lot of it was his confidence. Personally, I didn't think the guy was that attractive. I thought he was kind of plain, but he was funny. He was charming. And that actually puts, you guys in position to where you have to think about the other attributes that you can add to yourself in case you are lacking on quote unquote pretty boy privilege. Okay? And you'll know if you have it. If you have women coming up to you and approaching you, you probably have pretty boy privilege. If when you get on the dating apps and it's one of the ones where women can actually reach out to you and you find yourself with an inbox full of attractive women, maybe you have pretty boy privilege. If women are grinning ear to ear the second that you say something to them out in public, maybe you have pretty boy privilege. I don't know. Or maybe you are charming. Maybe you're funny. Maybe you're witty. Maybe you exude confidence. Maybe you've worked on your knock body game. And even if you are just okay or average in the face, maybe your body is banging. And so you are benefiting from having a strong body game. Maybe that's something that's adding to you, because I don't know for sure about pretty boy privilege. You have a lot of women that sometimes don't want a man that is too quote unquote pretty. They feel like he might be whorish. So does pretty boy privilege benefit them? But then also let's explore the dark side of pretty boy privilege. Noto, who you guys have seen his content we have recorded together before. He's, I think, a perfect example of someone who almost sometimes struggles with his quote-unquote no shade pretty boy privilege, okay? It's because he's an attractive man. He sometimes is getting grief from other men on the job. So when a woman on the job is saying something to him, and he has said this in his content before, when he's getting attention from women, next thing he knows, he has men on the job ready to damn near fight him. Okay? I would definitely like him to come online, and I'm going to invite Noto to actually discuss with us some of the dark side of pretty guy privilege. And again, no shade. That is not calling him feminine or sassy or anything. That's not what I mean. I think he's the coolest guy. I've had one-on-ones with him, talking to him personally. I think he's awesome. However, he is an attractive guy who is experiencing firsthand in face and body game of what pretty boy privilege can do for you and how it can work against you. How do you guys see it as for you and against you? Because I only ever hear you talk about it being for the man. Oh, it's always to the man's benefit. You don't actually know what that experience is sometimes like. And does it always exist? Or is it just that you sometimes are surrounded by some haters? I don't know. What do you guys think of pretty boy privilege? Does it age out? Does pretty boy privilege age out? Like, you know, you guys love to be like, oh, a woman hit the wall, which is where I absolutely completely disagree, because I'm 34 years young and definitely keep my inbox flooded. Okay. So does pretty boy privilege expire? Does it get better? Is pretty boy privilege something that you get when you're young, or do you have to grow into it? I want to know you guys' intake on this, because I got so much feedback and pushback when I posted the guy who was walking up to women in his cold approach. That was what everyone was saying is, oh, he's a good looking guy. That he's a good looking guy. That's why they're talking to him. I beg to differ. I think the guy was just smooth. What do you think? Does confidence trump pretty boy privilege? Pretty man privilege? I'm going to say yes. What is your take? I'm very curious to hear about it. And Noto, I'm going to tag you in this, because I would really like you to come on and give us some insight firsthand, because you're living this. You have the look, you have the body. You know, you have the women that are approaching. Give us some inside scoop about what this privilege looks like. Does it even exist? Is this in people's head? Is this a real thing? Let's talk about it. I'm very interested to hear what happens next, or what you guys have to say, because y'all are very, very expressive and passionate about this privilege that you say some men actually have. So let's talk about it. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.